It's not good when the inside of your boat is like the windows are frozen. But it's okay that the windows are frozen on the inside. Doesn't matter because we're working outside today. So what we've got to do now is the beam shelf over there, so we've got to cut that back and then we can cut the other side of it off in the aft cabin. Right, let's go and cut it off on the other side of this and then hopefully we can just slip it out. So actually the beam shelf is actually not in bad nick really. But as we said before, we want complete new beam shelf all around, good confidence. It's like a ring beam on a house, isn't it? So right, so now we've got the beam shelf away, we can now do these last couple of planks. Did I mention it was cold? Right, so the planks are away, time for some new ones. A little bit of glue in it. It's quite nice now, the sun's made an appearance. Beautiful day.
So when we first opened this room, if you remember, we were really happy with the little amount of work to do in here. But obviously things progressed in the further cabin down there. We originally said we don't need to change that bit of beam shelf and that bit of beam shelf and they're all good. Well, guess what? We're changing them. Because there's no point keeping a small section when it needs replacing further down. Obviously we want to do this restoration right, and I don't want to do it again in another 5-10 years time. So while we're here, we may as well change it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to strip out. We've got a couple of frames to do. We're going to replace, even though they're good behind these web frames, that one's not. So we're going to change them all, put a new beam shelf in at the top, put a new beam shelf at the bottom, put new frames in behind there. But it should be quite simple because we can literally just take everything out. And we're hoping we haven't even got to open the decks, because if we take both beam shelves out, the frames behind, we should be able to get in without creating more holes in the deck.
I couldn't be bothered walking all the way around, but the planks are done in the engine room now. So as Gemma said earlier, we're going to start tackling in the aft.
We've got a problem.
What's the problem?
These bloody flatheads won't come out.
Okay, the question you need to ask yourself is like, does it matter if you cut them out? It doesn't, does it? Because all this is getting changed. It's all going, as Gemma said earlier.
Right, let's get the hammer out then.
Clock. I was up there listening. So what we're going to do is undo these screws. Do it come out? What's splupping on that? Oh, I got to stand there properly.
Put it in properly.
I don't know. Wrong way. Oh, you. Oh, you. Oh, nearly. Oh, come on.
You're so close.
Oh, yeah. Only 18 miles to do. No!
Oh.
Oh no.
Is that the next step up? That might have turned a bit extreme.
This is the screwdriver up. Alright, so we're basically going to here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll start with a very small incision. So what I quite like about this boat is, I've worked a lot in the steel industry, when you start cutting through beams and stuff, they go like, boom, they've got loads of tension in them. But it doesn't really move, which is good. It's still like feeler blade width. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you, Gem?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like there's no like...
Yeah. There's no stress, like no like...
There's no tension. The only tension is between me and Gemma. Sexual tension.
Simon!
I feel horny, she feels tense. Why didn't you use this in the first place?
I tried that, it didn't work for me.
Maybe it's just that one there that I tried. I'll be back.
Big screwdriver time?
Yeah, so just sort of that's rounded off, but I've just looked at a YouTube video where someone says if you cut a new slot in the end of it, then you can get a bigger thing on it. So there you go. That might just work. It's not there anymore.
So you're cutting a new slot, not just cutting it off? It's gone anyway.
Yeah. Check the wires.
And have you seen this? The sun's made an appearance. It's still actually only 1 degree, but it's sunny, so we're getting a little bit of solar.
Okay, so we're at a stage in the thingy. Do we need to start putting props in it? Wouldn't do any harm, would it?
I don't want the boat to fall down.
No. Maybe no. No, it's not doing anything, is it?
Woo! Boat didn't fall down.
It's not even bad neck actually. How come you made me change this one?
Because we may as well.
Okay.
So now we've got wires going through all of them. Are we using them wires?
No, they're basically DC lighting, so we haven't got any DC lighting now, so it's supplied from here, wherever high quality supply that is, and then it's just distributed on there, so we could either cut them or just cut them.
Are you sure?
So we'll just, oh, that radiator's hard. I've got new pants on.
He doesn't like them.
I bought them, they're like 30 quid or something stupid like that. I thought, well, because they're expensive, they must be brilliant.
30 quid's expensive. That's how tight we are.
Why isn't that expensive?
Not really.
Is it not?
Not for work pants. I don't know about you guys, but Simon is a bugger with work pants because he likes to be able to move and like not be restricted by his pants. And he can never find a nice pair of pants apart from the army ones that were actually from like the Army Navy store.
Second hand.
Which they were bedded in. But if you guys have got any recommendations for any like good work pants that you can actually like move in and crouch down and bend and lift your leg up without the restrictions, let us know. Because 4 years in, well, to be honest, you've always worn work pants, never found a pair that he likes.
But I look cool as anything with these pants on.
Do you?
I mean, oh, they used to have pockets here as well, but I cut them off like some like floppy things. I don't know what they were for.
Right, enough about your pants. Yeah, your bum looks good in them.
Bum looks good.
So let's get back to work.
You know, I'm actually quite looking forward to rewiring this boat. Don't know why.
I'm not looking forward to how much cable we're going to have to buy.
It's going to cost a bit, isn't it? When we start like putting supplies into rooms and stuff.
So this cable that you're taking out now,
yeah.
Is it tinned? That everyone goes, you've got to have tinned cable?
No, this is like, I wouldn't even fit this.
But it's lasted for 40 years.
Exactly, yeah. It is actually, I don't know if you guys can see, have we got anything we can strip with? No, not really, but yeah, it's basically, so I come through it now. It's solid cable, which is very old domestic. It's even red and black, which makes a lot of sense to me, but twin and a half, I don't know.
Still looks good inside after like 40 years though.
Exactly, that's perfect.
Hey, that's one less problem to worry about. There you go, there's your pain in the bum screw. It'd be great if we didn't break the drill bit for it.
This is how all these screws would have been put in. Oh yeah.
That's well easier.
Can you feel the history?
I feel like I'm an old school ship right now. There we go. What's going to give way first here though, the ply or the wood?
Ply. Come out. Oh yes, come on.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you're just pulling the plywood away.
What's the idea?
Oh. Is it worth like getting a multi-tool down and just cutting screws?
Potentially, yeah. She's a beauty.
One down, two to go.
Well, if we need pants, help me hit better. I look good doing it.
Ooh. Ooh. It's never good when you can see daylight, is it?
So it's just clear at the top. I think we'll just hack it a bit there. Oh, the smell.
Oh yeah, this beam shelf on the boat does. It looks like it's going to be hard. Oh. It is so much harder to take the boat apart in the places where it's not rotten, isn't it?
They're perfectly good bits. But their scarf there, look. It's survived though, do you know what I mean? There's no glue in it. There's not half a tube of sealant in it. We could do better.
I don't like using this tool.
I don't like using this tool.
That's my least favourite tool to use.
But if you look how clogged it gets, or
yeah.
burnt.
Yeah.
I
don't like that. I'm scared of it like kicking back and cutting my arm off. So yeah, I don't use that often.
How's the water situation? Okay, it's coming. We've got like a massive pile of rubbish upstairs, so we're kind of waiting for the water to come in so we can then float the little boat.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we might have to change that piece of plywood there.
Do you think so? Yeah. Do you think just a bit of epoxy? Can't move on this boat, can we?
No, this is all the remnants from one of the cabins.
And all that. Is this even gonna fit in the van?
Don't know, we'll see.
We have quite a lot.
We've got a lot to bring over as well.
We have got some exciting new things actually in the van to bring over. So let us go and sort this out and I'll show you my goodies. So what did you get for Christmas?
So, yes, we've got a few things. I'm going to start with a non-misfiring saw. You remember an old saw? You had to like keep pressing it, hitting it with sticks. So we've splashed out and we bought a saw, so we'll open that in a minute. We've also bought a little toolbox. So down there, got it from Halfords.
Because down there's just nowhere to put the tools, so we're going to get organised a bit. And what's this?
Another thing which I've never used, but I think will probably come
awkward to buy for, so I thought I'll get them these for Christmas because these will come in really handy on the boat.
Is it like way past Christmas though for these guys?
It is, but not.
I've had these in the van for a while because we've had no water either, so I've been dying to bring them over. So, right, let's get them in their places. Yeah.
Where are you putting it?
I don't know where it was.
I think under the shelf.
So, we'll put it under here, but then you can't open it. Do you need to open it?
No, I don't
just take the shelf off. Don't need the shelf, do you?
You can fit more stuff on the shelf than you can at the top box. So I'm happy to sacrifice the top space to get it under there.
Fair enough. Right, so that's going to go under there.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Didn't even measure it.
Cool.
So I'd never actually even heard of this make until we went to that woodworking show at Harrogate, and we actually seen one there, and we thought that looks like what we need. And to be honest, it was quite cheap. We are not sponsored by Lumberjack, so after we've used it for a bit, I'll let you know what it's like. Right, what I'm really excited about, which I know Simon will be like, I don't want to put it on, the dust collection bag. No. You give me a hand. I'll get it out the box. No, I've got a handle there. Oh, fancy.
Right, out with the old.
And with the new. This one looks a bit more compact.
Yeah, it's still got the same cut capacity. So that's about it.
You've done good, Ryo, saw, but unfortunately, to be honest, we're going to take it home and put it in the shed.
Yeah.
And this is why I really want that dust bag.
Dust bag?
Yeah, on the new saw.
Sounds like it's going to block up. I'm assuming you know it a lot more, so. This is genuinely the first time I'm going to press the button, so. It's a soft start. It's got brakes as well. Oh, yes. The dust bag's working, isn't it?
It's snowing.
Looks good.
Do you know what this is going to be really good for? The bits that we're making now to go behind the knees in the aft area, you know, when I'm sanding all the edges and stuff like that. You have to do it dead quick at this.
How do you get it up? Oh, yeah.
How'd you get it up?
Yeah. I'm gonna Google that, hang on.
That's a question you asked me every day.
It turns out you have to like give that a screw.
You happy with your new stuff?
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
That's well done, isn't it? I mean, nails are now nice and filed.
Should I do mine?
Yeah.
Right then, let's go back to fitting a beam shelf.
Yes, let's. Oh, we're just going back to do some beam shelf work, and then we were just like messing around with the angles and stuff like that. And we realised, look, it's got one of the shadow light things. So there's my mark there. And then basically, I'm guessing that's exactly where it's going to cut.
That's quite good, that.
Yeah, because we're normally like that.
We used to do it by eye, didn't we?
Stick your head next to the blade and stuff. Do you?
That's awesome. I like that. That's my favourite feature on that saw.
Yeah, that's cool.
the knees that we've took off on the port side, they're actually in really good condition. They're not as sort of rusty and crumbly as the forwards ones were. So what we need to do is clean them up a little bit.
Right, so I've cut all the scarves now on the back of those. And to make the frames. So I thought we had a leak. I thought we had a leak then.
Right, so they're all cleaned up and physically cleaned, and now we're going to give them a little paint with some zinc primer.
Right, I've taken my measurements, so let's get cutting some frames. Right, let's take this for a test drive. Just put a clamp on the stop on the saw, because when you're trying to get it over the back sometimes it's a pain. My belly's rumbling. What time is it?
Paint your boat time! And while the paint's drying, we can have dinner. So I've mixed up my epoxy. Time to fit the frames. And Simon's phone rings. So can I do this without Simon? Definitely a job you need like 4 hands for. Oh, I fell down. Oh, fall down as a ladder. Did a thing on our own. Woo. Oh yeah. Did it on our own. Didn't think I was going to manage that, but we did. Do the little knockdown. So what I'm thinking is we get a clamp, and then we can hit the clamp.
Well, I've just been having a phone call with my dad. And I was like, Gemma's done all the hard work, all the heavy lifting there.
Done.
Did it fair? Did you...
You have to watch the video.
Would you struggle to get them in? With
Yeah.
the type? Yeah, because the tolerance of type, because the tops have to be at deck height.
And the problem was needing 4 hands to be able to pull it, hold it, hammer it,
Yeah. Well, you've got 4 hands, haven't you? You've got a tall liver on that. You've got 11 fingers.
But then the issue was I needed to knock them down a bit to obviously close the gap in.
So how did you do that?
Clamped it and hit the clamp.
Don't think she needs me anymore. Sweet.
Well,
Right.
I couldn't wait for you because we had epoxy going off.
It's not like it's summer. Cool, wow, let's have a look at the next job. Quite impressed with her there, doing that there, getting them in. Right, so I think the next step is now to open up the deck so we can then get the beam shelf in.
You can go.
Okay.
That was the hard bit. The beam shell should be the easy bit.
Okay, I'm gonna go and do some cleaning or something.
Never need Gemma.
There's cake to bake. We told these about the fishing boat thing.
So again this year I am fishing with the ladies team.
Yes.
In aid of cancer research.
Was it rods and ribbons?
Rods and ribbons. So go to our Instagram page and follow us if you want to see what we're doing. But we're going to be doing a lot more fishing than what we did last year.
I'm not going to be fishing, am I?
Not unless you want to put a wig on because it's a ladies
I'm
team.
not really into fishing.
But also if you want to help us on our mission, because we're doing this to raise money for Cancer Research UK. So come over and support us in any way you can. Last year we raised just under £19,000.
Okay.
Which was awesome, but wouldn't it be great to beat it this year?
Yeah,
So
let's smash it.
I'll leave a link to the fundraising page if you do want to make a donation. But come over to our Instagram page of Rods and Ribbons and follow along what we're doing.
Yeah.
So to be able to take the deck off, to get the beam shelf in, we need to take the cleat off. But we're actually
We're floating, but
we're floating.
there's no wind.
No, it's lovely out here today.
And we're not really reliant on these lines, but the lines have an effect. They actually pull the boat ever so slightly this way. So I'm just wondering, like, there's no solution, is there?
It's either you wait or we just take them off and hope we don't float away. But the tide's on its way out, I think.
Well, the worst thing that's going to happen is that the boat will be, that she'll go that way a little bit and then she'll she'll lean slightly. So.
But then that'll sort itself out tonight when we float.
Fix itself out, yeah.
So it's fine.
Well, with lines, as far as like when we're taking them on and off all the time, we've got cable ties. To basically say the cable tie lines up with the edge of the deck. So it's a good reference, it always goes back the same. Alright, go on, let's just take it off and see if we float away.
But look at this! Sun! And just...
I think we should just run and jump. I'll take my phone out of my pocket first, like, but...
It's still only 7 degrees.
So I could get a really good run up down there, couldn't I? Do you remember that deck you did?
Remember that deck we did? Look at it! Wow! It sort of blends in with the scenery.
It's not rotten, yeah, anyway, so that's good.
It's not often we actually come outside in the sun. It's been a horrible winter, hasn't it? It's gorgeous then.
Something else we still need to look into, because when we get, this is so slippy, this is deadly, you can't really come in here when it's wet, it's so slippy. But when we do the side decks later on this year, we need to put something down. I don't want to put any grit, because that's a nightmare to sand off. So maybe some of that foam stuff, or have you guys got any experience? Don't know, something we can sort of temporarily put down.
Can I say something?
Go on.
You know, after I painted the top coat on that,
Yeah.
it wasn't sunny and I didn't see the shine on it.
Yeah, right, okay.
The first time since we painted it, I've actually seen the shine on it.
I can see the imperfection.
Sod off.
Yeah, it had one coat, the top coat, didn't it? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it looks meant, doesn't
It shines.
Shiny boat. You kind of forget about all this nice work you've done in the past. Right, so the lines are now tied to the door casing. Which is fine. Okay, next job. Take the cleats off. Right, cleats off. Time for the sheets. Okay, so sheets are up, decks are up. Time to get prepared for the new beam shelf to go in.
So before we can get the beam shelf in, I need to give all this a good sand and a good paint. I really like this saw now. Don't like these long little wood things.
Right, so what Gemma's doing there, she's just cutting the ends off to get the ends nice and square. Then we're going to do the measurement. So they're all pretty much like 3.5 meters ish.
So far on me, well, not mine, Simon's Christmas saw. I love the little light, but I don't love the trigger.
Trigger's crap.
The trigger's dead weird, isn't it?
Next problem.
We've got to turn these round.
Got to turn them round. We're going to better do it now.
No, let's mark them first and then we'll walk them upstairs and turn
them around there.
Right, number 1 is 3. Oh. It's like a 4-meter piece of wood. There you go, take it on the road.
Mooney, next question is, look down there at the end of that, is the heating pipes, they go, yeah, they go under it, don't they?
Yeah, under.
Alright, so I'll poke it through to you. Need a hammer. Right, it's not too bad at this part of the boat because the boat's quite straight, there's no big curves to it. So yeah, I think we need to get the epoxy out now. We'll epoxy the top of this one, epoxy the bottom of the next one, then start the messy job.
Oh, guess what we can use?
What? Oh yeah.
Made this on a 3D printer because every time I'm spreading epoxy, it all like comes off the edge. So I was thinking if I had a little edge bit, then it could like.
So this is prototype 1, isn't it?
Prototype 1. So the ship happens epoxy spreaders. So.
And obviously this is 51mm wide here to basically. I don't know. That's basically when we do the laminating. It's going to be 51mm. So it's very sort of specific towards this.
Oh yeah.
That's quite good, that. Looks like you tile in a bathroom or something.
Yeah. Nice even spreads. Could probably do it bit more.
You think? Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's still coming off, but like, you want to sort of like snow plough it back in, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm happy with that. Got nice.
Does it need the side bits on it? Do you like to go over like the fork? Is that beneficial?
Well, yeah, because then it just guides you.
Yeah. Okay. So the world of CAD and 3D printing, I'm starting to quite enjoy it, to be honest with you. I'm quite a creative person, and learning CAD is like you can be creative and you don't have to like use any materials there or energy really. You just sit there and just type away a computer. I'm really good at that, but actually getting the files off the computer into the printer I can't do. So
that's why we make a good team now.
yeah, Gemma's good at doing the filey bits.
I think I'm a bit of a unicorn today. I've got me safety cable tie on because I couldn't find a bobble, and I always get my hair in epoxy, so I'm a unicorn.
I wanted to use a ratchet strap, but she wouldn't let me.
Right, let's see if we can get this one down.
Okay. It's in.
Ish.
Yes, yeah, you just need to get your and it's just snagged on something that end, so.
Well, oh yeah. Okay. Oh, not there. Yeah. So a few of you awesome people have sent us some new clamps, which we really needed, so thank you so much.
We never have enough.
You can never have enough clamps, can you? Done.
Right, so there it is from the top, all nicely in. Clamped up, went in quite nice actually. Hopefully the next time we see this, when we lift all these sheets, so we'll be actually putting deck beams in, which will be exciting. So yeah, good day's work. Right, I'm going to put all this back together now. Right, so it makes me very happy now because the beam shelf is past the engine room, which is good. So that means we're quite a long way down the boat. But we're just having a quick chat then off camera about me and Gemma was. We can only do, well, we can't even do one web frame because we need this upper beam shelving. But to get this upper beam shelving, we need to do some work a bit further out.
So I think what we're going to do is next week we're going to put our big girl pants on and our big boy pants on, and we're going to have to get brave because to replace the planks here we need everything else gone. So we need to start working this way to be able to work back that way.
Yeah, so we're going to cut it all out.
So come back next week to see if the boat stays together once we cut out the beam shelf, the web frames, the frames and the stringers and the inner planks.
The problem is we might actually come across some issues with the outer planks.
And the exhaust.
And the exhaust.
It's something I'm not looking forward to, but...
To be honest, I am. I like stuff like that. Big problems. Come on, we can do it. Do it.
So come back next week to see how that goes. Thank you all so much for watching and for your love and your support. Because without you, this wouldn't be possible.
No.
So thank you very much. See you all next week.
Ciao, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Why are we back to using the old camera?
Why? Because I don't like the other one.
Is it too technical for you?
It's too technical. It says loads of words on the screen every time you turn it on, and I'm a very slow reader, so I'm trying to read it, trying to be like proper, and then it goes off, and I'm like, well, I only got to like whatever it starts to say.
I think I need to give him a few lessons. See you all next week.
And as well, it's very the actual focus on it. This is like wide, so you can just whack this in the corner. Doesn't matter if you hit it. Do you know what I mean? So you can hit it on things. The other one's like, can't break that.
Bye!
You asked me. You asked me.
Well, I wanted a 3-word answer.
Well, because it's shit.